GitHub Actions is a continuous integration and continuous delivery CI/CD platform that allows you to automate, build, test deployment pipelines. You can create workflows that build and test every pull request to your repository, deploy, merge pull request to production. GitHub Actions goes beyond just DevOps and let you run workflows when other events happen in your repository. For example, you can run workflow to automatically add the appropriate labels whenever someone creates a new issue in your repository. GitHub provides Linux, Windows, and macOS virtual machines to run your workflows. You can host your own self-hosted runners in your own data centers or cloud infrastructure. Components of the GitHub Actions. You can configure a GitHub action workflow to be triggered when an event occurs in your repository, such as pull request being opened or an issue being created. Your workflow contains one or more jobs, which can run in sequential order or in parallel. Each job will run inside its own virtual machine runner or inside a container. It has one or more steps that either run a script that run define or run an action which is reusable extension that can simplify your workflow. Here you can see the event runner one, run action, run script, run action. So these are the we have configured in the workflow files. Now let's go to the workflow. Workflow is a configurable automated process that will run one or more jobs. Workflows are defined by a YML file checked into your repository and will run when triggered by an event in your repository, or they can be triggered manually or at a defined schedule. Workflows are defined in the .github/workflows directory in a repository, or repository can have multiple workflows, each of which can perform a different set of tasks, such as building and testing the pull request, deploying your application every time a release is created, adding a label whenever new issue is opened. You can reference a workflow within another workflow. For more information, see the reuse workflow. Now, what are the events? An event is a specific activity in a repository that triggers a workflow runs. For example, an activity can originate from GitHub when someone creates a pull request, opens an issue, or pushes a commit to a repository. It can also trigger a workflow to run on a schedule by posting to a REST API or manually. For a complete list of events that can be used to trigger workflow, see the events trigger workflow. Jobs. Job is a set of steps in a workflow that is executed on the same runner. Each step is either a shell script that will be executed or an action that will be run. Steps are executed in order and are dependent on each other. Since each step is executed on the same runner, you can share data from one step to another. For example, you can have a step that built your application followed by a step that tests the application that was built. Steps run in order by default, but you can also run selected steps concurrently.